I was sitting on the toilet earlier, and all I had for dinner last night was this like family-sized bag of hot Cheetos. It's pretty nasty, but that's kind of the life of me. That's my life. That is the life of college-age bachelors. And then this morning I drank a fat cup of coffee, which if you don't know works as a sort of natural laxative, and it was basically like the most excruciatingly painful number 2 I've ever experienced in my life. I was worried I would have to like go to the hospital for second-degree burns or something, but I had this neat idea while it was happening. I guess it was more of a question. Why hasn't there been a flamethrower Scorestreak yet in Call of Duty? Now, I know there were flamethrowers in the World at War campaign, but I didn't play that game because, you know, it was before I had Xbox Live, and it was basically like, really, you're going to do a 4th campaign in World War II? No thank you. And obviously I do remember the flamethrower attachment from Black Ops 1, but you know, that was more of a novelty joke type thing, something you used as a challenge, the same way you would use the Mac 11 in that game, or like the assault shield right now in Black Ops 2. You know, it's not the best choice ever. You're obviously not going to do as well with it as other attachments, weapons, setups, but it was kind of neat. You know, it added some diversity to the game. But I mean, I want a full-on flamethrower. I want people to be excited about using it, and I want it to be actually useful. And not something you can equip as an attachment, but a frickin' Scorestreak. You know, you have the minigun that is the death machine, the grenade launcher that is the war machine, and then you can have the flamethrower. And I'm sure they can come up with some cool name for it, like the melt machine, the torture machine. Maybe that's a little too creepy. The big red machine, the cooker. I like that one. But that's too creepy too, actually. But, you know, you get the idea. So, you get a certain score, I'd imagine a little higher than the War Machine. Give it, like, the effective range of the S-12, so it's not too far, but you still need to keep your distance. You know, you don't want to be caught in the same room as somebody with a frickin' flamethrower, obviously. Now, obviously you can set people on fire with it. And once somebody catches fire, unless they have the resistant perk, which should be like, you know, flak jacket or tac mask, they are dead no matter what. It's just a matter of when. You know, it takes a couple seconds to burn to death. So, like, if 3 bad guys rush you, you can just, like, spray left and right and catch them all on fire. And, like, yeah, they will kill you, but you took them down with you, right? Now, you can melt other score streaks, like the AGR or the Dragonfly, but you also have some more strategic benefits with the ability to set terrain on fire. You know, you and your team are fighting to defend the B flag, your teammates have all been taken out, and are spawning in the back of the map, so it's only you left to defend the flag, you know. And it's only a matter of time before you go down. You know, you look at the radar, and you can see, you know, all 6 dots are in the B flag room with you. It's only seconds before they get you, and then they're going to jump on the flag, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it, because you and your team are all going to be spawning in the back of your spawn, and you're going to have to catch up, and then it's going to be, you know, it's just not a good thing. It's not a strategically helpful thing. So, what you want to do is you set the B flag on fire right before you die, you know? And so then they have to wait 5 seconds before they can jump on it, kind of like napalm back from Black Ops 1, or else they'll burn to death. And that gives your team time to get back up to their defensive positions from the spawn. And so, you know, say there's like a door, you know, and it's leading into the enemy spawn, and, you know, some people are going to come through it. So you set the ground on fire next to the door, and they run through and they catch fire. It'd be kind of neat. Another thing that would be kind of cool but kind of dumb, sort of inspired by Borderlands 2, you know, when you would like reload a gun, and as you reloaded it, you would like chuck it at the bad guys, and it would explode, and then a new one would teleport in your hand. Well, so like if you have the cooker equipped, it says something like hold X to throw the cooker, and you take the thing off and you chuck it at the bad guys if you hold X. And so the size of the explosion depends on like how much fuel was in the tank. So if there's 100 out of 100 fuel, it's like the size and strength of a lightning strike projectile, right? Just this massive explosion. You chuck it inside a building, everybody dies. And on top of that, there's like this lingering fire, just like the napalm from Black Ops 1. And, you know, so it's, you know, I don't know, it'd be stupid, but neat. Now, if there's only like 5 fuel left in the tank, you know, it's just like a Semtex. So after somebody used it up fighting, they give it a final chuck for like a double kill, and just feel overall like a super badass. Now, I know that sounds dumb, but hey, there are much dumber things in this game, like crossbows. Alright? Now, I just think flamethrowers would add something neat to the game, and I'm sure Treyarch has thought of it before, but my guess is, my hunch is, they haven't put a flamethrower in the game because they think it would be too, like, violent, because a big chunk of the Call of Duty population is, you know, under the age of, like, 12. and they can only, you know, bullets and explosions are one thing, especially when there's no gore, but burning people to death, you personally, that is another thing entirely. And so that's my that's my only hunch as to why they haven't put it in the game yet. I'm sure somebody has mentioned, you know, why don't we put a flamethrower in? Obviously they did in Black Ops 1, so it's on their mind somewhere. And, you know, you could use it in zombies too. So, like, you know, you set the zombie on fire, it's guaranteed to die, and then the amount of time it takes just depends on the round. So it wouldn't be that useful earlier rounds, but at like round 30, it becomes super valuable because you can just set a whole herd of zombies on fire at once and then just wait a bit for them all to die off. And, you know, obviously the catch is when they're on fire, they blow up upon death, same as if they had walked over a crack of lava. So, you know, you have to keep your distance because if you set 20 zombies on fire, it's like a giant bomb, basically. While we're on the topic of stupid stuff that I want in the game, since the zombies' emphasis is on China right now, I want an explosive throwing star. Alright? It would be extra, extra stupid in multiplayer, but in zombies it might be neat. You know, it's just like an explosive crossbow bolt, except it's a ninja throwing star, right? Maybe you get it upgraded, and if it's upgraded, it kind of works like an upgraded ballistic knife. You can throw it at a teammate and revive him or something. These are the things I fantasize about on the toilet because I have no life. This is Batman, signing out.